Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday. It is March the 3rd. My name is Anne-Marie Band, and this is the Moneyball Morning Report for the Benzinga Pro platform. We are looking at prices that really have turned around a lot of the information. So let's talk about what it is that we wanted to see. When we first did the video, I said, hey, listen, you got to watch this 39.47-ish area, right? Bounces into that zone are likely. We can short them. The buyers are going to get a little bit more brave once we get up over 39.70, 39.60, and that's exactly what they did. Well, what ended up happening really is a short squeeze that was pretty epic, and it's come right into all of this heavy congestion towards the end of the day. We pulled back, closed at around this 39.80, and now we are dancing right on the top of this congestion. So what does this formation tell us? Well, let's go back and look at the last two candlesticks. Am I above the close of the prior day? Yes, I am. Am I above the close of the prior high of the day? Well, no, I'm not, but I really did try a couple of times. So what is it telling us about flow? It's telling us buyers are really trying to toe the line here. And so let's take a look at where they run into trouble. It looks right about the 4,000 level, maybe 4,001. Looks like that zone at the first pass, a little bit over 4,001. And so in this particular formation, our pullbacks are going to be buy zones. Now, if we're thinking about the big, broad formation, we can say, well, wait a second. Here's my high, here's my low, here's my lower high, here's my lower low, here's my lower high, here's my lower low. So right up here, where old support is being tested as resistance, it can also tell us that we can be short up around the 4,007 area. Use these patterns, replicate them on your chart. About 75% of stocks follow the same rhythm of the big index and indices that we look at. And so you can say, all right, I have a choice. My tight intraday trend is still bullish. They're still trying to buy and hold this 39.94. If I lose it, I've got a pretty tight stop, maybe 39.90. And if I lose that, the chart's going to try and come back to the close of the prior day. This is a space where both buyers and sellers have won. So the supposition would be get yourself right on the edge and then make the decision. I would not buy the high. This is just not the right environment. Take a look at every single high here. Does it look like it held? No, it doesn't. And so don't buy the high. Instead, wait for the fade. If you have a bullish slant, the ideal space is going to be, hey, listen, can we fill the gap? Can we come back into the prior day's close and do some constructive work from there? My thought is that we kind of digest this mode. Buyers might try to get ahead of themselves, but my suspicion is that we sit around in this region. All right, so it looks the same for the NQ. Fat finger problems there. Not that my fingers are fat. I say that all the time. My fingers are not fat. I just am not dexterous at all. So, if we take a look at this, we can see the same things happening, right? We don't even have to draw any new levels, but what we do see is the very clear notion of, look, if it gets up here, they're selling it. And how do you know that a trend is being broken or a pattern is being broken? How do you know? They're not going to stop selling it. They're going to keep buying it. So that's what we look for. We look for, can I get up over this edge? When does 12,120 end up becoming support instead of resistance? Okay, so very mixed bag today. Could go either way. Fridays have a tendency to trend in one direction or another. Sometimes volume is very light from that perspective. We had pretty good amount of volume here that ended green, but we really are going to have to just see how it fleshes out. You just cannot get ahead of yourself in this particular market. It just doesn't work in our favor. Never works in our favor, to be honest. All right, so now let's take a look at this one. This is fairly interesting. Sitting here in the SPY, you can see that our pre-market action is giving us this motion that is holding a very solid gap. Should we come in and fill the gap? Yes. Are we coming into resistance? Yes. So be careful. Don't go long on these highs. This is just not the right environment to do that. Come back. Let it hold the lows. Let the wicks tell you they're in charge now as major support, and then you can move up. All right? So all the levels we've been watching all week are the same ones in play today. So you just want to look alive, watch it, and realize that we are continually in the cross current. I'll see you all on Monday.